They called it the Blue Death.
The wrath of God is upon us!
Pekin gets hit with an epidemic of cholera. It was a major event in Pekin's history in July of 1834.
It was known as the pestilent hole of the country, and nobody wanted to come here at that time.
If you have a severe case and it's not treated, you'll be dead in 2 days or less.
Some of the most prominent people in the town at that time died.
Mr. Smith, Mrs. Cauldron, Thomas Snell, Mrs. J.C.
Dr. Perry was helping to treat the cholera victims as best they knew how. As a result, he catches it and dies from it. His wife catches it. She dies from it.
Nance Costley, the first slave that Abraham Lincoln freed in 1841. During the Pekin outbreak of cholera epidemic, she took care of patients and helped doctors, putting her time and her life on the line.
The cholera epidemic of July of 1834 here in Pekin is responsible for the creation of Pekin's very first cemetery. That is the Tharp Pioneer Burying Ground. Douglas School was built in the early 1900s, a smaller school on that site where the cemetery used to be. Before they built the school, though, they closed the cemetery and they moved the burials. And there were stories among teachers at Douglas School and students. This used to be a cemetery. And of course, probably some ghost stories got started. And that was the school that was then, after it was closed, that was when it was raised in 1988. And it was during the construction and grading of that ground that they found out that those old stories the kids and the teachers had been telling were true.
When they tore the old Douglas School down, they found bodies.
When I arrived at the site, there was still heavy equipment still working there. Some areas had been stripped clean, and there were outlines of coffins that were clearly visible in the subsoil.
They found at least one burial where it was evident that they had built the coffin around the body very hastily.
Because they used very long spike nails to finish the coffin, and they drove those nails into the bodies.
They put the bodies in a common coffin and moved them out to Lakeside Cemetery, where they dug a grave and buried the coffin. And at that time, they were going to put a monument. I noticed from a picture I just recently saw that they didn't put a monument up out there for those people.
The Blue Death, coming soon.